What's going on, guys? My name is Quinks, and today I'm going to be going over some of the things I did over a 30-day period while training and using Valkyrie as my main legend. Whether these tips are helpful to you or not, I don't know. But these tips were helpful to me, and I'm sure these tips are going to help you as well. Also, if you're a high-level player and agree or disagree with these tips, then share your feedback in the comments because I love reading these and seeing if I am or am not giving useful tips. And let's get into it. Okay, so number one is to subscribe. Okay, maybe not, but it would help to subscribe because you would be helping me get to that 150 milestone that I wish to get to in the next million years. Okay, so actually number one is going to be playing off of your cover. So to start off, I would be taking little peeks like this. A couple of things to note down is that you're not going to want to peek for too long. Why I say this is because it only takes 1 to 2 seconds for a high ranked player, like a Plat or a Diamond or above, to one clip you. Another thing is to not go too far away from your cover. Remember, it only takes 1 to 2 seconds to be one clipped, so going far away from your cover, then going back to, can make you an easy target. Now I practice this for like 30 minutes a day, but I recommend 15 to 30 minutes a day of practicing this. And if we put all of this together, we should get something like this. Moving on to number 2, and that is going to be learning when to be patient and when to push. Now what I did for this was I would take what I learned from number 1 and would play off of my cover until I either A, cracked the enemy, or B, was at a big advantage in damage, or health, sorry. Now when I knew I cracked the enemy or when I was at a big advantage, I would push. And a couple of things to note down when pushing an enemy is 1, do not run out of your cover and run straight out into the open to push the enemy.
If you could take
Okay?
6
You're
feet.
not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Okay.
Okay?
Are you?
Absolutely.
And you're probably thinking, well then how do I push if I don't push right out into the open to push him? Well, this is where movement plays in. Use what you have around you to push, like using your wall jumps, sliding a bunch, and some other things, maybe even super gliding if you know how to do that. If you push wide out in the open, then once again, you're an easy target. Even if your enemy is at a disadvantage, they can still peek you and one clip you if you're still just running straight at them. This also works vice versa, aka why I said to also be patient. Most of the time, if I was at a disadvantage, they would just run straight at me, so listen for footsteps, and you can easily peek and one clip them. Okay, so last thing for the general section, and that is going to be learning to enter and exit fights. So to enter a fight, I would enter from a distance, then once I got more shots of the enemy,
What do you mean by that?
then I got a little bit closer. Once I cracked them, I got a little bit closer until the whole team was almost dead, then I pushed. One thing to note down when getting closer is to not get closer if they have done the same damage to you as you have done to them, or if you're at a disadvantage. Now for exiting a fight, I'm just going to say this only matters if you're already close or pretty close to the enemy. So let's say the enemy cracks me and I haven't cracked him, he is almost definitely going to push me. So if you're almost full of health, then just stay and peek him when he pushes or move, but stay close to the area. But if you're on 1 HP or close to dying, then try to push back and play off of a different piece of cover. Maybe even push back to your teammates so they can fight with you or while you heal. Okay, so number 1 for actually using Valkyrie is going to be learning her passive. Now some do's and don'ts of using her passive is when, say, you're trying to third party, then don't use her passive because it's a dead giveaway that there's a third party now. Another is when you're using her passive to get over little hills. Don't do this. It can let the enemy nearby you to instantly know that, hey, there's a Valkyrie here. You know, we need to watch out. So don't use her passive to get over these little things just because you're too lazy to climb.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Some do's would be to get up on high points for more of an advantage in fights. Remember, you can fly to places other people can't get to, so use these to your advantage, or use that to your advantage. Another would be to use it to get out of a fight. If you're about to die, then use her passive to fly in weird ways to make it harder for you to get hit. Okay, so now that you know that, number 2 is going to be learning her tactical and ultimate. This will take time, but learning her tactical, I would use it when I'm in a fight and at a distance. You're not going to want to use her tactical up close because it points you at a disadvantage and it locks you into the animation. So that's basically like a double no, like you don't want that. Use it to make people peek out of the little spot for basically free damage, which, you know, that could also lead to a huge advantage in a fight. So for learning her ultimate, it really isn't that hard. You could use it for finding teams, getting away, moving the circle, etc. Now you should be using her ultimate a lot during the games because let's say you're in a fight and you're about to be pinched, or there's a third party or even a fourth party. Use her ultimate to move outside and play from the outside of the chaos to get kills, because you never want to be in the middle of it, because that's like you're just going to get hit from every single direction.
Bye, have a great time.
You could also use her ultimate if you're in the storm and far away from circle, because using her ultimate instead of running will take a lot less time and you'll lose a lot less damage. Okay, so I know that's it for the video. It wasn't really that long, but I hope you liked it. And if you want to help me out, you could hit that subscribe button, because I am trying to get to that 150 subscriber milestone within the next million years. You don't have to though. And remember, I only had 30 days to train with Valkyrie, and I know that there's a lot more to learning Valkyrie than what I actually mentioned in the video. And if I had more time to learn Valkyrie, I would have had more time to explain a little bit more stuff about Valkyrie and what you could do with her to learn more. But you could watch the video on the screen if you like Rocket League, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.